So let's talk about trials and how we're doing trials in the time of COVID.
That's an interesting subject, and one that I get asked about a whole lot. As it stands right now, the courthouse is still open, and it looks like they're moving trials right along. The only requirement is that you do have to wear a mask at all times in the courtroom. So that's a little challenging because you certainly can't see people's facial expressions and things of that nature. Have you found that to be an issue?
I have a trial coming up, and yeah, I've been kind of thinking about how that's going to play out, and but it doesn't seem like we're going back to the days of canceling trials. I think it's full speed ahead with trials, and they'll probably do some distancing with the jurors, make sure everybody has a mask on, try to distance the witnesses and the parties a little bit. But yeah, no, we're trying cases, put a mask on, get in there, try your case. I think they don't want to have the backlog of cases that they've had before, so it's full steam ahead. So I'll let you know how it goes when I'm done with it. But it's gonna, you're gonna have to project your voice a lot more. Just, in ordering Starbucks, the cashier's always saying, the barista's always saying, what? So I can imagine in a courtroom really being overly loud and assertive with your voice and speaking at high volumes. It's gonna be really important and kind of exhausting, but necessary.
Well, I do hear that they are doing the COVID questions to the jurors downstairs. So before they come up to the jury room, because it was at the beginning, I think that the lawyers were doing that during their voir dire.
Mm-hmm.
And voir dire is where the lawyers get to ask questions of the jury pool. I think that they are doing that in the jury room before they come up, to save so much of that time of everybody being in such close quarters.
Yeah.
I think we're doing what we can in the court system to move cases along, to make sure that civil justice is available, to make sure that criminal justice, of course, is available. So I commend the courts and the lawyers and the parties, for doing everything possible to make sure that everybody gets their access to the courtroom.
Yeah, and without kind of a trial date out there, the likelihood of going to trial, cases just don't tend to get settled because there's no pressure, there's no risk out there. So the insurance companies kind of sit on their money, they don't give you the best offer, and there's no kind of downside for them to do that. So I think it's a good thing overall in terms of litigation in our practice.